everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Carr's Raiders going up against Foles Vikings.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape. U.S. Bank Stadium. Other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Minnesota Vikings. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 23. The first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Ten yards still left on second down. Now Carr. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. Carr to Crabtree, good for a Raider first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. To throw, it's Carr. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. A give to the fullback on the dive. And the ball is knocked out, and the Vikings pick up the football.
God damn it.
Take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Fuck was that, man?
He doesn't give many opportunities to carry it, so he's got to maximize. In this case, after dropping it like that, I think his number's going to go way down. What do you think?
Yeah, and sometimes those fullbacks, let's just be frank, they usually don't have the hands that the running back does.
And it's hard for them because they do so much blocking. A lot of times, their hands actually get beat up in the process, and it's hard for them to hold on to the football. I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go side that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now Foles, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. That's now the second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all, and you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing now is Carr. Hard throw, incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all
Man,
the time,
fuck
when you go
this
trying to play a
game
big-time
already.
game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on third downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which have to keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Play fake here on first down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. First down, here's the run with Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Again, it's Cook. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Foles. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Slot man moves right. Carr now on first down. He'll check this down to Lynch, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. A good pickup there, a 22.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Foles. Going deep for Benjamin. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They'll drop to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the 1st quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the 2nd one.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. And now here come the Raiders. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Flexing his muscle again. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
there.
Second down following the run. They'll run again with Lynch. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches.
So after that stop, you know that third down is not a gimme if you're on the offensive team. So what are you going to do? Run it again, or maybe you go play action and try and throw the ball and pick up the necessary yardage.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. Cook. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the... A give. This is Cook. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And Brinz's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got some space here. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 79 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Carr will try it again on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Shift together here from the D-line. Carr going to throw. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On second down, here's Carr. Crabtree with it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On first down, Carr. They dump it off to Lynch. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Lynch. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Around the NFL, we've got a 2nd quarter score. The Jaguars extending their lead to a couple of touchdowns now. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Back to throw. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1:57 to go in this first half. More from Minneapolis after this. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll set up a throw. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
So now it's 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Back to throw here. Going up top. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And now look at him go. The 20, 10, 5, and the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Carolina, and the 49ers are out to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Fresh set of downs here. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as they have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Hey, come back, come back. Richmond, green, the line, green, the line. Come back, come back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down, Cook. Room here to run. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Cook running right. And some room to work. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. Brinza now for the extra point. And the lead is down to 4. Now it's Brinza to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They start the drive with Lynch. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge. No place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Raiders on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Carr. Cooper's got it. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more.
Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's second down. Shotgun now for Carr. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Linval Joseph able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now Foles. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. handoff comes to Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Here's Foles. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now back to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. And 18 yards there and a first down. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet.
While making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
It came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So make it 3 field goals for him now. And this last one tightens things up a bit.
And I know that offense is on the sideline right about now, checking out the tablets and saying, man, we let a good chance slip away there. We've got to start finishing some of these drives.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. Here's Marquette King now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Taken in at the 11. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Elsewhere at Arrowhead there in the 3rd quarter. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Cook. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They run, Cook, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Treadwell. And he is knocked down from the side. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the right side, caught by Green. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. Foles. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Looking to throw. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And, Charles, you talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. That wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was a long-distance kick.
Brandon, it shows you the faith that this coaching staff has in their kicker. You're right. If this goes wrong, you're going to give up the ball near midfield. But that was an absolute rainmaker, and it's going to give them a late lead.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Linval Joseph in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Carr to throw on 2nd down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Carr gives to Lynch on the draw. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
He'll dump it off complete to Lynch. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Carr. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Sharif Floyd able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Marquette King now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. A 4th quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. And we're seeing an extension of the lead by the Jags. They're up pretty big. A win would be their first of the young season. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the deep huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Back to throw, Carr. Forced out to his left, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Now Carr. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It's a pickup of 6. And good enough to move the chains. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. To throw is Carr. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's Carr to throw. And avoids the contact by sliding. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And as the 4th quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
Carr to throw. Caught left side to Crabtree. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On first down, Carr runs through the contact, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Aaron Donald coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. There he goes inside the 30, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The Raiders on 3rd down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Peterson. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he comes through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Without a doubt. The way this one's gone, they didn't want to take any chances in overtime if they could help it. And that was one heck of a pressure-filled kick.
And now out comes Minnesota. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One to get yourself...
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Raiders, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll sink now to 0-3.